Hello, all you YouTubers and Roughnecks out there. This is Rico, Rico02 if you follow me on the PSN, and welcome to another edition of Tactical Tuesday. As you can see, we're playing the Splinter Blacklist multiplayer. Doing a little TDM, some team deathmatch. I do like the Spies versus Mercs and the whole hacking and defending the hack stations, but when I play this, I just like being a spy. I like being able to climb along the walls, doing the little death from above killings, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I've been trying to hone my skills as far as being a merc, but the in this kind of game scenario, being a merc with the first person kind of view, it is extremely difficult. With Call of Duty, you have just one level of playing field, and you just kind of have to keep your head on a swivel as far as what's around you. But in this one, being a merc, you have to keep your eyes to the sky, to the walls, to the vents, and then also in front of you because there might be another merc. And it is just extremely difficult to kind of get used to that point of view. But in it, this was uh, this was pretty much the best gameplay that I could get last night. There weren't too many people in the lobbies, and for the most part, the gameplay was just really slow. This was pretty much the only one where I actually had the opposition coming towards me, and to where I was able to get a few kills. In previous matches in which I was recording during this session, there was a lot of people just kind of camping and setting up shop in one corner and just kind of planting a bunch of little sticky bombs and EMP grenades and all these little things. But it was just, they were sitting in one area and everybody was just getting picked off left and right as we tried to take them out of that corner. So, but yeah, I'm just giving you a little fair warning. The gameplay is a little bit slow, but the topic is not. So bear with me just a second. But yeah, as far as it goes, today is again, this is a Tactical Tuesday episode, so we're going to talk about some tactics as far as approachment when you see somebody in the general population that you just want to conversate with, you want to get to know a little bit better. And this is by far the best tactic that I've come across. I've seen it being used. It was actually displayed on a TV show that I used to follow called, I want to say it was called The Pickup Artist. It was on VH1. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, we're talking about the tactic of approachment. As far as the women's side of this, if there are any ladies watching, just kind of let you know, guys, we have no preference at all as far as how you approach us. You can come directly at us. You can come sneak up behind us. We always welcome physical encounters. Even if you just came up and just said, "Hey, I thought you were cute," or even if your friend comes up and says, little high school style, "Hey, my friend thought you were cute," blah blah blah. We accept all forms of flattery, physical and physical interaction. Women, it's a little bit different. And again, for the ladies watching, I don't mean to offend you. You can definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but the way the ways that a man has to approach a woman, he has to have all of his ducks in a row. Um, because it is by far the hardest for a man to just kind of approach a woman and say, "Hey, I'm attracted to you." He has to have like a resume ready, saying, "Hey, I got a job, I got a car, I got some good things going," before you actually like agree to go along that path. But anyway, yeah. So all about approachment. Now, let's kind of paint the scene a little bit. Let's say we're in a club, a bar, or some kind of social event, a party, or something, and we make eyes with the girl across the room. And let's say that she just kind of like notices our glance and even smiles just a little bit. Now, even if that was a green light to approach, you never ever want to approach head on. You might have shared that glance. They could be smiling and they could like kind of be flirty with the eyes, but for the most part, you do not want to approach head on, because when you approach head on, there's this wall that seems to go up. There's always these layers of kind of defenses that a woman will definitely will put up as the guy approaches. And when you come up to them head on like that, and they see that you're coming to approach them, immediately they're preparing themselves for the most cheesiest pickup line. They're preparing themselves for like just any uh, kind of that player status. Like, okay, what is he gonna try to do in order to get me to smile or give him my name? Um, and as far as from the guy's standpoint, you guys want to we want to make it as comfortable as possible, not only to drop that guard, but just to kind of make it comfortable enough to chat. For me personally, I don't care if we with the girl, as far as like me meeting a girl, I don't care if we leave together and go, have like, usually people go to Denny's or, have a little drink out, like a little nightcap afterward. I don't care if we do that, or if I, at least get your name and say, hey, I'll be here next week. Can I meet you here next time? As long as I felt like I made at least some kind of good rapport with them the first, initial contact, I walk away happy. So I hope that's all your goals too, because this is what I'm kind of gearing you up towards. So again, recap: no approaching head on. I don't care how much of a flirty glare or stare you got from them, because the defenses go up every single time. Having said that, you never want to approach them from behind either. You don't want to catch them off guard and kind of flank them and walk around the room until you get them from behind and be like, "Hey, by the way, what's up? I noticed you staring at me." No, again, that not only you'll definitely surprise them, but it's a different layer of defense as far as like, holy shit, this guy's like stalking me. He just went around the room just to be able to sneak up behind me. That's creepy. So different layer of defense. So no going sneaking up from behind. The trick is to actually approach them from the side, and obviously you don't want to turn sideways and kind of crab walk your way over to them. So the best way that I found is that you wait till they go to the bar to get a drink, or you can go up there and get a drink yourself and just kind of see if they'll follow your lead with it. And once you've done that, then you can kind of approach them and say, "Hey, how's it going?" But until then, you can't really do a whole lot. So just wait till they get a drink, or if they follow your lead to get a drink, that's when you make that first initial greeting. And the thing about the greeting is, even though even though you're just saying hi, you still got to be able to. I hate using this word because it sounds so horrible, but you got to manipulate the conversation to get the attention away from talking about you or her. Because the second you bring up those two agendas, they're already going to think that you have an agenda of your own, as far as how you want this interaction to go. So you gotta steer the conversation initially away from them, and the tactic that I've seen is you point into like a direction of the room. Oh, hey, how's it going? Hey, did you see that over there? There was like some kind of little fight or tussle. I think the bouncer had to get involved, and it kind of lowers them to ask questions and just kind of say, "Oh, really? What happened?" And then, I mean, obviously we're lying. Um, and it's a shame. It's a shameful tactic. We shouldn't want to lie on the very first initial meeting, but it's all in the sake of just building that comfortable rapport to where we can talk about other things. And, oh, hey, by the way, my name's Kenny. My name's David. What was your name? Sarah. Nice to meet you. And it's just about building that comfortability. And you know what? You can tell them the truth later. I'm sorry. There wasn't really a fight. I just didn't know. I didn't know how to say in order to to say hi to you, and you'll both laugh about it later. I guarantee it. So yeah. So wait till they're at the bar, approach them from the side, and then steer the attention of the conversation away initially, and then once you've kind of had a little, once you've told the joke, once you've lied about the scenario, then you can uh, go ahead and make do with whatever else you wanted to get to know about them, or maybe even compliment them, let them know that they're pretty, that they have nice eyes, whatever. And Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very simple, and the biggest simplicity about it is just to be yourself. Everybody, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, anybody can always tell when you're trying too hard and you're trying to be something that you're not. So, always just keep it simple. Be yourself. If you're funny, be funny. Um, tell jokes. Don't be inappropriate about the jokes though. That's definitely a that should be a no brainer. Use common sense. Um, but yeah, just and when you're being simple and you're being in your comfort zone, it will exude this level of confidence because you're keeping it simple, and women are always drawn to that. But anyway, as you can see, I'm out of time. If any ladies are watching, you can definitely comment below and let me know if I'm wrong, if I'm just being a sexist, chauvinistic pig or something. I definitely want to know if this tactic is true to its word. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, and talk to you guys later.
Would you like to know more?